Welcome to the show. Oh my lord, ladies and gentlemen, we have so much stuff to talk about here tonight on a Tuesday. We got a bunch of NFL news. We got some little NBA news. We got wrestling news, Monday Night Raw recap. Let's go. Let's start this show, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this puppy going here tonight. All right, man. So obviously the NFL, man, with a bunch of releases, everybody gets the rosters on 53 players. A bunch of players, like I said last night, a bunch of future USFL players and a bunch of future XFL players. These players are lucky nowadays, man. They don't got to go work at Walmart or Amazon or nothing. Some of them might have to, but a lot of them have a chance now with these spring leagues to get a chance to play football again. So it's not the end of the world, man. And some of them might get re-signed by some of their teams or get brought back on the practice squad. It is not the end of the world, ladies and gentlemen. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, who was just traded literally like 10 days ago to Seattle Seahawks, ended up getting released. This guy stinks. This is one of the guys I can for sure see going to either the USFL or the XFL, man. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, man. The Jets release Tevin Coleman, who was a pretty good wide receiver, I'm not going to lie. And also defensive back Will Perks. Raiders release, man, their first round pick from last year, Alex Leatherwood. I beg you pardon? They just gave up on that Alex Leatherwood after only 2 years. Jesus Christ. Brian Robertson was in the facility today for the Washington Commanders. Just after 2 days after getting shot in the leg. Now reports are he got shot in the leg and the ass. Jesus Christ. So he got shot in the leg and in the ass. Wow, man. But at least he's alive, man. Brian Robinson showing up today to the Washington Commanders training facility. Great to see, man. Great to see. Mike Tomlin says he's not ready to name a starter. It's probably between Kenny Pickett and Mitchell Trubisky. So we'll see what Mr. Coach Mike Tomlin goes with. Texas released Marvin Mack, who had a few years ago was a pretty good running back for the Indianapolis Colts. So the Texans released Marvin Mack. Cowboys released both Cooper Rush and Will Geer, which means they don't have a backup right now. Which I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring at least one of them back. But kind of interesting they decided to release both of them. I'm pretty sure they'll bring, like I said, I really like Will Geer to be their backup instead of Cooper Rush. I know Cooper Rush is maybe a little bit more familiar with the system, but I think as a talented, I think Will Geer is better. Arizona released quarterback Trace McShorty, whatever. And then this is pretty damn interesting, man. Lamar Jackson ended up liking a tweet from a fan, and in the picture, he was in the Miami Dolphins jersey. You both can come and cry in Miami Dolphins uni tears of joy when we hoist the Lombardi. And then Lamar Jackson liked the damn picture. Jesus Christ, man. And I think he lives in Miami in the office, or he's from Miami. I don't know, man, boy. I don't know, man. It's very weird because his mom is negotiating for him. He doesn't have an agent. So if things get a little bit too personal in the negotiations, his mama can be like, fuck this shit, let's go somewhere else. Man, Lamar Jackson, man, like I said, keep out for teams. There's teams like the Dolphins, the Eagles, the Saints, who are loaded and are just a quarterback away. And that's why I said, man, don't be surprised if because of the weirdness that the mom is the one negotiating the contract and not a professional agent. Don't be surprised if everything goes to the shithole and he ends up leaving Baltimore just the way Deshaun Watson left the Texans. Now they're saying that in Atlanta, there's some person, let's see here. A prosecutor has brought charges against a violent street gang in Atlanta area that was targeting homes famous athletes, including Calvin Ridley. Yeah, so there's like a gang in Atlanta, and it's bothering a bunch of celebrity people. So they finally arrested that man. Jesus Christ, that is crazy, man. That shit is crazy, man. Thankfully, they arrested them. But yeah, Kevin Ridley and a bunch of other Atlanta sports players were being bothered by this gang. And the frickin' Eagles make a trade, man. They get Chauncey Gardner-Johnson from the New Orleans Saints. Jesus Christ, man. This Philadelphia Eagles team is loaded, man. Look at their freaking this is their fucking secondary. Darius Slay, James Bradbury, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and Avonte Maddox. That is their fucking secondary. That is a great ass secondary, man. Jesus Christ, man. Like I said, a quarterback away, but this Eagles team is loaded, man. Jesus Christ. Philip Lindsay got released by the Colts. Freaking Philip Lindsay, man. Jesus Christ. Another good guy. Mason Rudolph, he's staying with the Steelers for now. So it looks like the Steelers right now have 3 quarterbacks. They interviewed Baker Mayfield about playing the Browns his first game, and he's like, I'm going to fuck them up. I'm going to fuck them up. Jesus Christ, man. Everybody dropping the F-bombs right now. Jesus Christ. We'll see if he can live up to the hype, man. Mr. Baker Mayfield adding more pressure to himself by saying that. Philadelphia Eagles are very close to trailing Jalen Reagor. One of the teams is the Minnesota Vikings, possibly for a 5th-round pick. So we'll see about that, man. Josh Rosen got released by the Browns. Josh Rosen, that's another guy who probably going to have to go to either the USFL or the XFL, probably. Josh Rosen. Let's see here, more stuff. Kellen Mond, I like Kellen Mond coming out of the University of Texas A&M, but he didn't have a good showing in preseason, and he's done. That's another guy that would go into the USFL or the XFL. Kenyon Drake ended up going to Baltimore. He got released by the Raiders. Now he's in Baltimore. Okay. And I think that's about it. You know, obviously a lot more traits, right? A lot more traits, but that's mainly about it. John Gruden said, I know my emails were shameful, but I still hope to get another shot. He wants to be a coach again? I don't think so, man. Regardless of the whole email thing, John Gruden was a very bad coach for the Raiders, man. He was like very old school. He hasn't done a good job of adapting to the new NFL. I don't think that's a good idea, man. And then Kyle Shanahan on telling Trey Lance that Jimmy Garoppolo was going to get re-signed for 1 more year. When I told Trey that Jimmy's going to come back, he's like, awesome. That dude was awesome for me last year. I can't wait to be the same way for him. So at least he's saying the right things, Trey Lance, right? Who knows how he really feels about it. He made that possibly some added pressure having Jimmy Garoppolo there, man. Okay, so that's about it for the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go over to the National Basketball Association, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go over to the National Basketball Association here tonight. There is one thing I want to talk about in the National Basketball Association, but let me make sure there's nothing else. So Markieff Morris ended up going to the Brooklyn Nets for 1 year. So Markieff Morris, man, you got the freaking the Jokic brothers are still freaking trash talking after what happened last year with him and Nikola Jokic in Miami, man. They were freaking trash talking, man. So yeah, Markieff Morris gets signed by the Brooklyn Nets. So another veteran for the Brooklyn Nets. The NFL, remember, they're saying they're not going with any more COVID-19 protocols, but the NBA said they are. NBA announced today for the 2022-2023 season, these will be the COVID-19 protocols. Once weekly surveillance testing for unvaccinated players. So if you're not vaccinated, they're going to test you once a week. If you're vaccinated, only tested if symptoms are shown. You will be isolated immediately, obviously quarantine, but no face mask. No face mask require. No face mask. No face masks require whether you're vaccinated or unvaccinated. So look, I mean, I don't know. I thought this shit was over. The NFL's not doing anything about it, but I guess NBA's going to do it at least for 1 more year. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. And that's about it for the... Oh, no, we do have one more National Basketball Association headline. And that is that LeBron James told Sports Illustrated that he wants to play possibly until 2025, 2026, when his son, Bryce James, comes out. Bryce James, I believe, is currently A 15-year-old high school sophomore. He's only fucking 15. But LeBron James told Sports Illustrated, I don't know. I do not only want to play with Bronny, but I also want to play with my other son Bryce. Bronny, I believe, is 17 and is a senior, and he's eligible to play in the NBA in 2024. So that's just 2 years away. LeBron's 37, 39. It's possible. But Bronny's only 15. You're talking about until 2026, 2025 earliest. Ladies and gentlemen, that is crazy. Now, it is kind of possible because Vince Carter played until he was 42, and Tim Duncan played until he was 40. So it is possible. LeBron, in 2026, 4 years from now, he would be 41. He's 37 right now. So I guess it's not too crazy if you think about it. Like I said, Vince Carter played until he was 42. So if LeBron played until he was 42, that means he would play until 2027, 5 more years. So I guess it is kind of possible, I guess. But everybody thought that was his last goal, right? Those were his final 2 goals, to break Akeem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record and then play with Bronny. But apparently he wants to play with both sons, Bryce as well. That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if he gets it done or not, man. Let's go to some Major League Baseball, man. The Rays pitcher Shane McClone got hurt. He couldn't pitch tonight, man. Hopefully he's okay. Jesus Christ, man. Chichi Gonzalez went to the Yankees. He just got released by the Tigers, I think. Now he's on the Yankees, Chichi Gonzalez. And I think, didn't Timlin got hurt today for the Yankees? Timlin, he got hurt today for the Yankees. So then maybe Chichi Gonzalez can help out. Jesus Christ, man. But let's go around the Major League Baseball schedule here tonight on a Tuesday. The Yankees and Angels 7-3. Yankees lead in the 9th inning. Diamondbacks beating the Phillies 9-0. Padres beat the Giants 4-0. Royals beat the White Sox 9-7. Guardians beat the Orioles 5-1. Reds beat the Cardinals 5-1. Rays beat the Marlins 7-2. Athletics beat the Nationals 10-6. Blue Jays beat the Cubs 5-3. Dodgers beat the Mets 4-3. What a hell of a game this was, man. Let me break this down a little bit, man. Great-ass game right here, man, between a potential playoff matchup, potential NLCS matchup between the Dodgers and the Mets, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ, man. First inning, Stolen Marte to get things going with a bunt single, drives in a run, 1-0. Then in the 3rd inning, Joey Gallo ties it up 1-1. Then Lux again in the 3rd inning, 3-1. Then home runs in the 4th and 3rd inning by Mark Cannon and Stolen Marte. The Mets got back in at 3-3. And at the end there, Lux hit a damn single. And that was the final run, 4-3. But good-ass game right there, man, between the Mets and the Dodgers, man. Good-ass game. I watched that puppy, man. Mariners beat the Tigers 9-3. Rockies beat the Braves 3-2. Twins beat the Red Sox 10-5. Astros beat the Rangers 4-2. Pirates beat the Brewers 4-2. Jesus Christ, the Brewers can't even beat the Pirates. Jesus Christ. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk some wrestling here tonight. Let's talk some freaking wrestling here tonight on a freaking Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. All right, hold on. Let me pull out the. Lately, I forget to pull out the freaking schedule. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to talk about the news first. And then we'll talk about the freaking show, the Monday Night Raw. So let's pull out the news. Not a lot of news, but there's some to talk about. And one of the biggest shits is that freaking Valentine, whatever the hell his name was, Valentine Dream, who was hoping to get back into the WWE, has been arrested twice this fucking month of August. Valentine Dream, man. Pendejo face for him. I don't think he's going to go back to the WWE, man. Forget about Valentine Dream, man. Pendejo face. He was trying to convince Triple H to resign him, but after getting arrested twice in 1 month, I don't think Valentine Dream is coming to the WWE again. And then Braun Strowman is being discussed about a possible return as well, along with Bronson Reed, who was, I believe, NXT UK champion. So yeah, but still discussing some returns to WWE. Some former guys that have been released over the last 2 years, and Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. Remember, Braun Strowman started his own company, Control Your Narrative, with EC3, I believe. EC3, but I think they haven't done a show in like a month or something. I don't think that shit's going anywhere, that company, Control Your Narrative. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I think it's very possible Braun Strowman comes back. Same thing with Bronson Reed. I think he'll come back too. But we'll see what the hell happens, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw, which was a very I don't know if I enjoy this show. There were some parts, obviously, but I don't know. The ending, right, with the woman, and they try to make it unpredictable, and let's start it off, man. We start off Monday Night Raw, man, with freaking it was a match, right? Yeah, AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler versus the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Good, a nice little match right there. Usually they don't start off with usually start with a promo, not a match. That caught me off guard. And then the Judgment Day wins, which is good. And then I guess it's set up. It's gonna be Judgment Day versus Rey Mysterio and Edge. It's gonna be Edge, not Dominic. Pretty interesting there. And then after Judgment Day is leaving, Edge shows up in the parking lot, and he shows up on the Titantron. Judgment Day gets back in the ring. They go to commercial. They call him out. Edge comes out. He's like, you think I'm by myself? I'm not by myself. I brought help. And the Mysterios, Dominic and Rey are with him. They help him out. And again, man, you have Finn Balor and Damian Priest and Edge and Mysterio going through the crowd fighting. And you leave in the ring, you leave Dominic with a freaking kendo stick with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley eventually convinces Dominic to give her the kendo stick. And he's about to head him with the kendo stick. And then Edge and Mysterio jump back in the ring. Oh my Lord, Dominic, man, they gotta be turning him heel. I think that's the only way to go. They're making him look like a pendejo, man. I think they're gonna turn Dominic heel, and he's gonna join Judgment Day at Clash of the Castle, because even they were backstage, and Dominic seemed like depressed that it was gonna be Edge instead of him teaming up with Rey, and Rey's like, I need the experience for this one, son. But I hope you still support me in our corner ringside. He's like, yeah, that also support you. I think Dominic is going to turn on the Mysterio and even Edge. That has to, man. No way, man. This guy, they treat him like a pendejo, man. That's the only way to go at this point, having Dominic turn heel and join the Judgment Day. No other way to go here, man. They are making him look like a fucking pendejo, man. I swear to you. Then, man, the whole show, man, a lot of the theme of the show was The Miz, showing up, and he had a match with Bobby Lashley, and the whole time, he kept seeing Dexter Lumis all over the place. Adam Pearce tells him, do you need counseling? He's like, nope, I don't want to talk about it. And Adam Pearce was like, the reason he got let go is because you don't talk about it. You don't even give police information. And, that's the whole show, man. At the end there, man, fucking Miz leaves the arena all creeped out. He's all creeped out. And turns out Dexter Lumis is behind his car. That's hilarious, man. It's kind of like The Undertaker, right? Remember? Or when The Undertaker would appear out of nowhere? Good shit right there. That storyline, I guess. I don't know where it's going. Kind of weird he's attacking a heel, right? You would think he would. But I guess it does make sense because Miz is scared. So, right? What would a babyface be scared? If it was AJ Styles, he would look like a dumbass if he was scared. So I guess it kind of does make sense. The kidnapper's the babyface, and the fucking heel's the fucking the victim, because then it's appropriate. Okay, he's scared. But yeah, we'll see where that shit's going. We'll see where that shit ends up going. Next we have a 6-woman tag team match: Alexa Bliss, Asuka versus Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Bianca Belair versus I don't even know who the fuck these were. Dino Mo, Kyla Sparks, and Katie Acklet. Who the fuck knows who the fuck they were? Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Bianca Belair won. So good shit right there, man. Let's see here. Then Kurt Angle comes out to the ring. You know, freaking Shaq Gable comes out with Otis. They offer him to join the Alpha Academy. He says no. And then the Street Profits come out, and so they end up having a tag team match. And if the big speculation is if the Alpha Academy wins, Kurt Angle has to join the Alpha Academy. Obviously, the Street Profits fucking win the damn match. And then after the match, it was hilarious. The freaking Street Profits give him like beer or whatever they give him on the red cup. He spits it out. Instead, he pours out fucking bottles of milk. You know, it's like a ripoff, right, of Stone Cold Steve Austin with the beer. Kurt Angle used to drink milk. It was hilarious, man. It was hilarious, man. Uncle Drunk Kurt Angle. And then backstage, they had a segment with Edge. They did the segment 20 years ago where Edge was showing him pictures, and then in the back he was insulting him. So they did that shit again. It was funny. Go watch that shit maybe on YouTube or something. It was hilarious. And then I don't know why they gotta literally explain the whole match on the fucking articles. So then we had the Street Profits win. And then we freaking get the freaking interview between Matt Riddle and freaking Seth Rollins, man. At first it's like, you know, typical interview, you know, whatever. But then at the end, freaking Riddle says, you know, the only man in your family is your wife. And then they go to commercial break. You think the interview's over. They come back from commercial. Corey Graves, who was doing the interview, was back in his seat on the commentating table. And then I know they're like, oh, we actually have some more footage that ended up going down in the commercial break. And it was so hilarious, man. Fucking Rollins is like, hey, Riddle, you still there? He's like, yeah, I'm still here. And then he's like, well, you talk about my family, let's talk about your family now, man. Let's talk about the fact that, wait a minute, you don't even have a family, man. That's right, your wife and your kids left your bitch ass. They don't want to see you anymore. And then, I don't know if this was planned or not, but Riddle exploded. He said, I'm not going to beat you up. I'm going to fuck you up. He legit said that, man, like 2 or 3 times that he was going to fuck him up. Obviously, they bleep it out, but, you could tell it was, that felt like a fucking UFC type shit, man. I don't even know if in the Attitude Era, they went that fucking far. Jesus Christ, that shit was crazy, man. I cannot believe that shit, man. That was crazy, man. I don't know if they did it between the commercial break, so they can make sure they can edit it out. Now, you do have like about 10 seconds, right? Live TV's 10 seconds delay. But let's make sure this shit, we can make sure we can really delay it and bleep it out. But that was hilarious, man. That was probably the best moment of the damn show, man. It was hilarious. And now I'm as interested as I am in the Gunther Sheamus match and the Roman Reigns McIntyre match. I am now as interested in this Matt Riddle, Seth Rollins match. I am 100% interested in this match, man. I view this match as a fucking mid-card match. Now it's up there with Gunther and Sheamus and McIntyre and Roman Reigns, man. Let's fucking go. Alright, man. Next we get freaking let's see here, man. Like Miz in this match, I already went over the whole Miz shit. I think the fucking commentator fucked up because the match wasn't even for the U.S. title, and the commentator was like, "Oh, new champion perhaps here." Oh, Bobby kicks out. It wasn't even for the fucking title, but whatever. Obviously Bobby Lashley won. And next we have fucking let's see here. Like I said, the backstage funny segment between Kurt Angle and Edge. Then we have another good freaking we have another good segment, man. The fucking Usos come out with Sami Zayn. They come out together, man. Sami Zayn comes out with the Usos, and they're doing their shit, man. And then Kevin Owens comes out. He's like, you know how pathetic you lose with these guys, man? You're their fucking messenger boy and shit. And then fucking it was hilarious because he's like, look at how I get along with them. And then he has like a half fucking handshake with Jimmy. But then when it's time to do it with Jay, he's like, oh, me and Jay, we're still working on our friendship. It was hilarious, man. Fucking good ass shit, man. And then it fucking led up to a fucking match between no, it wasn't a tag team match. No, it was this is wrong. It ended up being Jey Uso versus Kevin Owens. And then the fucking end, man, the Uso set up a plan like, okay, Jimmy goes up to the ring, he's like, I'll distract the referee while you fucking Sami Zayn was supposed to fucking hit Kevin Owens with a chair, and then that was how Jay was supposed to win. And Kevin Owens tries, he's about to hit him with a chair, he can't do it, and it causes them the match. Kevin Owens ends up winning the match. So that's good storytelling, man. A lot of people are saying it's gonna lead off to a Kevin Owens Sami Zayn team that it's gonna face the Usos for the tag team titles. But that was some good storytelling right there, man. He couldn't hit it. He didn't have the balls to hit him with the chair. That was crazy, man. Remember, he's his best friend, right? So that shit was good, man. Good shit right there. Let's see here. Then we get a Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory backstage segment. They're slowly building that storyline. Maybe they'll do their match at Extreme Rules. They're slowly building that feud. Thankfully, they're going to take their time with it. And right away, we go to the main event, man. The final match, man, to determine the new woman tag team champions. Dakota Kai and Io Sky versus Raquel Rodriguez and Alea. And everybody was thinking it was going to be predictable as hell, right? That Dakota Kai and Io Sky were going to win. And after the match, Sasha Banks and Naomi were going to show up. That did not happen at all, man. The freaking ending, man. Freaking Raquel Rodriguez and Alea win the fucking championships. Freaking supposedly the legal woman was not in the match. And the referee got confused. So they pinned the wrong woman. So I'm pretty sure they're going to have a rematch. I don't know when. I don't think it's going to be at Clash of the Castle or either SmackDown. But down the road, I guess they'll have a rematch, man. Dakota Kai was already complaining to Triple H on Twitter because Triple H although it doesn't make sense because supposedly storyline-wise, the boss is Adam Pearce in the storyline, but whatever. That would be actually good, honestly. I'm not going to lie. If they just have Triple H be the on-screen manager as well at this point, you might as well. But I don't think Triple H said he doesn't like doing that. He likes just being behind the scenes. But yeah, man, I guess they try to make it a surprise. But fucking Alea, man, you talk about a jobber. Freaking Alea. And a lot of people were kind of panicking because they're like, well, it's because of Raquel Rodriguez, because I guess that was Triple H is a big fan of her when she was in NXT. In fact, they said that she never gave the title to either Bianca Belair or Io Sky. It was all, or Dakota Kai. It was always Raquel Rodriguez. But with Alea, Jesus Christ, man, they couldn't pick a better partner for fucking Raquel Rodriguez than Alea. Jesus Christ, man, that girl's a fucking jobber. I always get her confused, thinking that she's Kayla Bronston, the fucking reporter. Honestly, out of all people, freaking Alea, Jesus Christ, man. But we'll see where they go with that shit, man. On another side note, man, today was NXT, man. And it turns out they're having a pay-per-view this Sunday as well with, I don't even know what it's called, but they're going to, at the same day as freaking All Out for AEW. So what a weekend, man. We got Clash of the Castle Saturday, and then we have 2 pay-per-views, All Out from AEW and WWE doing NXT. That is crazy, but they had a bunch of the guys from Raw and SmackDown on tonight's NXT. I don't know why, man. I don't know, because a lot of these guys were from SmackDown, so I don't know, because SmackDown already got filmed, because they can't film because they got to travel to England. They literally wouldn't get there on time if they would film SmackDown on Friday. So they probably told them, okay, guys, you're going to work on Monday on Raw, and then, for those of you that you're not going to go to SmackDown, or you're not going to go to England for the pay-per-view, you're going to come to NXT. So a lot of them were SmackDown guys, like Butch was there. He's a SmackDown guy. Shayna Baszler, SmackDown. Gunther, SmackDown. Ricochet, SmackDown. You did have some Raw guys like Tommaso Ciampa and Rhea Ripley and Doudrop and Nikki Ass and Finn Balor. But I don't know. Maybe it would, because I think a lot of these guys are not well, Gunther is. He's gonna face Sheamus, obviously, and then Rhea Ripley. I'm sure she's gonna go because Finn Balor and Finn Balor's gonna go. So there are some guys. Butch, I'm sure, is gonna go with to be with Sheamus, and so I mean, yeah, there is some guys that are gonna make the trip, I guess. I don't know why they did this, but they had a bunch of main roster guys at NXT tonight. Again, it was Ricochet, Gunther, Tommaso Ciampa, Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, Butch, Nikki Ass, Doudrop, and Finn Balor. A bunch of people, man. So who knows, man? Who knows where they're going with that? I think they're really trying to plant the seeds for a great pay-per-view to compete versus AEW's All Out this Sunday. I think that's where they're going with. Tony Khan tweeted a picture last night, like almost like saying this wasn't you made a mistake here, Triple H, by having this end into the show, right? Weak ass ending and shitty ass ending by having Aleya and Raquel win the tag titles. So we'll see what I think it's the first time ever, right, that they're gonna have pay-per-views the same weekend, right? The same weekend they have pay-per-views, and WWE's got an extra one, right, with NXT, right? So this is crazy, man. We'll see who does better. Clash of Castle on Saturday or All Out on Sunday. And let's see what they do with that NXT pay-per-view, because apparently they're going all out with that one too, with having all those main roster guys appear at NXT tonight. But Jesus Christ, man. We'll see what the hell happens. But until next time, I'm on like a light.